Hello guys, tonight it's Manchester United versus Burnley at Turf Moor, and it's a 8 o'clock kickoff if I'm not too mistaken, so let's get into it. Let's cue that intro. Oh no, welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again, and finally we're back to the Premier League, and we're back with Matchday Live, and it is Burnley versus Manchester United, and we're an 8 o'clock kickoff. So the team I've gone for, I think it kind of picks itself. I reckon it will be Ronaldo, Fernandes, Rashford, and then Alanga. It could be Sancho. I'm not too sure on whether Sancho will start. Obviously, he came off the Middlesbrough game with an injury. I think it was just a tight hamstring, maybe, or a bit of cramp. I don't know. So you know, he'll probably be on the bench, but we could see Fred McTominay back in midfield, but I think Pogba will keep his place, and I think we'll see Telles again with Maguire and Varane and Dalot, and obviously Lindelof. I think he was off for quite a while. I think he was off all week last week, so I doubt he'll start, and we could see Jesse Lingard start. Apparently, there is talk of Jesse Lingard to start, which, you know, to get his, Man United career on track, I think do you know what? I think he deserves a start. Let's put him on. Why not? Right, so yeah, let's get into it. Let's play match, and let's talk about the last result, which was against West Ham all those 2 weeks ago. And we did win that game at 1-0. It wasn't the best of games, to be honest. You know, first half, both teams were poor. Both teams were just lacking that, we were just lacking that creative spark. And, the only thing I can remember from it is Bruno Fernandes' cross to Ronaldo. Ronaldo almost got onto it, and it would have been a great header goal. But whether or not that will come out, whether or not it was going to be a goal or not is one of them questions anyway. But first half poor from both sides. Didn't really attack. It was just a midfield. I think we controlled most of the ball, if I remember correctly, and we just didn't do much with it. So going on to the second half, it did open up second half. I think we played much better second half. We created chances, but then we kind of let West Ham have a couple of chances as well. Jared Bowen had a couple of chances. Soucek had a header, if I remember correctly. There was a loads of chances. I remember David De Gea making a couple of good saves as well. I think we had a couple of chances with Fred was one-on-one. I think the ball just kind of fell to him, and I think the ball. Oh, what a goal! I think the ball just fell to him, and he scored. He scored. He hit it at Areola. It was a good save actually from the goalkeeper. And then I think Varane had one from a corner, which he just headed over, but it was a free header which he probably should have scored from. But yeah, apart from that, we didn't really do much. Second half again. The goal came in late on. It was Martial's last game for United, which we'll get onto a second. He passed it on to Cavani, and then Cavani, there was question marks over Cavani. Was he offside? Wasn't he offside? Was he offside? It was one of them ones. To be honest, his hand was, but again, you don't play football with your hand, and I could see where, the West Ham fans were moaning, saying it was offside, but VAR gave it, and, it was 1-0. It was just a good through ball from Martial to Cavani, and then Cavani put it on a plate for Rashford at the back post. That was the goal, and that was the game. We won 1-0, and it meant that we are now in the top four. Okay, we do have a couple games in hand over the teams below us, like Arsenal and Spurs, if I remember correctly. I think Spurs have a couple games, to be played. But I think Arsenal and Spurs is one of the games that has to be played, if I remember correctly. But I think also, obviously, we're playing the Burnley game, which, oh my God, what a goal that would have been from Ronaldo. He almost scored one of them against Middlesbrough the other night. But yeah, we won that game 1-0, and it meant we was on to the top four. So then, How have we not scored there? How have we not scored? I think that's Harry Maguire with a header. I think after that, obviously, it was the the end of the January transfer window, which. Oh, go on, Ronaldo. Oh, good save. In which we saw Anthony Martial go out on loan to Sevilla, and then we saw Donny van de Beek go to Everton with a new manager, Frank Lampard. So, yeah, it was good to see, him go out on loan. Hopefully, he gets a good couple games, and gets used to the. How have we not scored? Um, hopefully he gets a couple of good games for Everton, Donny van de Beek, and hopefully he gets used to the Premier League because he needs to get that. If we can get, at least like if he can play for most of the rest of the season and then get into that Everton team, and put on some good displays, then hopefully, he'll get into, we might see him more in the Man United shirt, obviously, because we're not selling him to Everton unless they, make a massive bid for him, which I very, very doubt. But yeah, it was just a good loan move for him, and it was looking like he was going to Crystal Palace, but it wasn't to be, and he went to Everton instead. And obviously, Jesse Lingard didn't go because of a certain someone in which we won't talk about. It was disgusting that came out after that Sunday where it all came out, and yeah, he's been dropped, and I'll be very surprised if we see him for the rest of the season. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him for United in a shirt again. But yeah. So then going on to the 2-week break, and then we had we had a 2-week break, and then we had the FA Cup game against Middlesbrough, in where we lost on penalties again. Poor Dean Henderson. He plays every game. We played every cup game, and we've lost. Oh dear. We wanted to get a good cup run, but obviously that's not going to happen now. It was one of them games where it just didn't go our way. We had every chance to score. We had just had every chance to score, and we just couldn't put the ball in. We did put the ball in. Sancho had a shot across goal, and his goal, I think, was deflected and went past the Middlesbrough goalkeeper. But it did finish 1-0 at half-time in that. But to be honest, we had so many chances in that first half where it could have been 2 or 3-0 at half-time. How we did not score, I do not. How we didn't score any more, I do not know. So then on to the second half of that game, where, again, we had a couple chances to make it 2-0. Bruno Fernandes's chance. How he missed it, I do not know. It's literally an open goal. He gets it. He pinches it from the Middlesbrough defender, and all he has to do is put it past. Well, all he has to do is put it in. But he just drags it onto the post, and it just weren't going to happen for United. And then obviously the Middlesbrough goal, it's handball. I know there is a new rule saying that if it's accidentally, it doesn't count. But it shows that he controlled it with his hand, and if the ref went to the screen, I reckon he would have not given it. But the VAR the person gave it, and to be honest, I just don't. It was just one of them ones where even the Middlesbrough, how have we not scored anymore? Even the Middlesbrough manager said it was off. It was handball, but thank God he gave it. But then obviously it went to penalties, and it just fell to Elanga, and bless him, he doesn't do that many penalties, and he just skies it. And like I said, poor Dean Henderson. He's been in every game that we've lost in the cups. He lost in the League Cup, and then we lost in the FA Cup. Maybe there's like a hoodoo over Dean Henderson. I'm not too sure. So whether or not he'll play anymore is another question. But yeah, so then we lost that game. We lost that game on penalties, and we're out of the FA Cup, which it was one of them. It was a cup that we needed to win, and obviously that's not going to happen now, and it's going to be a bit of a bad situation for us. But hopefully, we could go far in the Champions League. Obviously, that's a massive if, because we've got to face Atletico Madrid, and I think that is coming up soon. I don't know if it's next week or the week after. I think the week next week we've got a midweek game against Brighton, if I'm not too mistaken. Again, so yeah, we got a couple games coming up actually, haven't we? We've got Brighton. We got Burnley tonight, and then I think we've got Brighton next Tuesday or Wednesday. But who have we got on the weekend? Oh, we got Southampton. It is the lunchtime game. So that'll be a hard game for us. Well, it's a home game, but it will be a hard game for us. And then, yeah, we play Brighton. It's 8:15 game. But yeah. So yeah, going on to this week, going on tonight, going on to tonight where we face Burnley. Obviously, Burnley, they are in the relegation zone at the moment. It's one of them games where got postponed, and I think they must have like 3 or 4 games that they need to play Burnley. So it is one of them games that they need to play. And obviously, they played at the weekend. They drew with Watford, if I'm not too mistaken, 0-0. And yeah, it's going to be a tough game. It's always a tough game against Burnley because Burnley are they like to you know it's a physical game against Burnley. They play for fouls, and they set up the set pieces and all that, and we are quite poor at set pieces, to say the least. So we need to we need to give them a game tonight, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we will give them that. And if we play like we did against Middlesbrough, control the ball, high tempo, make some really good chances, and put away them chances, then we could see a big scoreline against Burnley. But obviously, Burnley, they are a tough team, and it will be hard because obviously Burnley, it is a tough game to go against, and they've tramped it, the cheeky buggers. But again, it is one of them games that normally is a bogey for us, and we just need to beat them. If we can, I think didn't we beat them like 3-0 or something in January, if I'm not too mistaken. Not in January, in like December. I can't. Well, when we last played them at Old Trafford, we played pretty well against them, didn't we? So if we can play well against them again, get the 3 points, and then go on to the game against Southampton, then that would be good. So for my scoreline, I reckon United will win. I reckon we'll see I think we'll see a reaction from us, and I reckon United will get the 3 points, and obviously it means bad news for Burnley. So I reckon it'll be like 1-0, 2-0, something like that. I don't think that many chances for United, but I reckon United will put away our chances. And fingers crossed, that man Rashford or Ronaldo will get a goal, or Bruno Fernandes, one of the two, or Sancho or Langa. We need goals, and yeah, hopefully we'll see that scoreline. So I am actually going to end it here for today, guys. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, guys, I'm going. Bye.